Hello, everybody. I'm Jen. This is a basic stock analysis of Tesla. The ticker symbol is TSLA. Disclaimer, this is a video for a school project. Don't use this as financial advice. I make a lot of mistakes. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm trying to learn. And yeah, please tell me if I did something wrong. So, what is Tesla? It's the biggest electric vehicle company in the US. It was founded in 2003, went public in 2010. Elon Musk took over in 2008. That's why everyone knows Elon Musk and Tesla are kind of tied right now, even though he didn't actually found the company. Um, so they mostly sell cars, but not only that, they create a lot of the self-driving systems and AI. They're really known for their technology, and you can see the open windows. That was them. They made that. They made like the flap, the wings, and they also make energy storage systems. They make solar panels. Um, so basically, they're really focused on electricity. One of their slogans is to make an electric future. And because of their mission for sustainability, a lot of government regulations give them credits. And what I mean by that is that the government wants to be sustainable and wants, the world not to collapse in, I don't know, 100 years. So every single vehicle company has to maintain a certain threshold of carbon emissions. And if they go over that, they have to buy the credits so that they can go within the regulatory limits so that they don't break the law. And what they do is they just buy the carbon credits from Tesla because they are electric and they have carbon credits to sell. And they got 1.8 billion out of that, which that's like a lot of money just from a regulation. So the government really does matter. Government regulations really do matter. 1.8 billion out of their almost like 15 billion in net income. That's a huge part of it. And Tesla also really benefits because of the tax credits that people receive when they buy an electric vehicle. So they get like a percentage off whenever they buy electric. So it's actually cheaper than what you actually would pay. So SWOT analysis, the strengths, market leadership. Tesla's the biggest in the US. Everybody knows Tesla. Everybody knows Elon Musk is tied to Tesla. It's known for their creative technology. Like everybody wants to work for them. Everyone wants to be a part of it. They've marketed it as the future. And that's just so cool. You're just like in awe of it. An opportunity they have is global expansion. They're really focused on the US market right now, but they can expand to other parts of the world. And in order to do that, they have to make it more affordable for other countries. And they can also improve their technology with the autopilot because a lot of technologies right now are just in their trial state, even though it's out into the world right now. There still are defects, which is one of the weaknesses, like you might have seen on the news. Their batteries like overheated and exploded and they got a lawsuit. There's still a lot of like trial right now, and in the autopilot, like people crash into other cars even though the autopilot's on, and Tesla says that they're not like 100% liable because you're liable for driving the car. It's just supposed to be like helping you with autopilot. But if they could actually make it 100% like no crashes, just autopilot, just robot driving it, would be super cool. And another weakness is even though Elon Musk is super cool, he's the face of the company and he drives a lot of the marketing, but he says a lot of stuff on the news and it really affects the stock price. So when you're the leader, I guess you have to watch what you say, I guess. Another thing is they have manufacturing delays. They rely on third-party sellers, third parties to manufacture the batteries, and sometimes that can be delayed. So they delayed some of their products in the coming years. And some threats they have is strong competition. The electric vehicle market, a lot of new companies are coming in right now, like Rivian, and Lucid. They're really new companies right now, but their products are competition and they pose a big threat in the future. The other thing is regulatory risks. Right now, Tesla benefits from regulation because government policies are pro electric. However, if any of that changes, Tesla's like 1.8 million that they earn from the credits, they're gone. So governments really do matter. Um, and they also have supply chain vulnerabilities, which I just said, that they rely on the third parties to make some of their products. And if they don't get it on time, then they're screwed. So stock performance, that's a really, I can't believe it, but in the past, they've really only climbed up in the past 5 years. But if you can see, the S&P 500 gained 193%, Tesla over 1,700%, and BYD, I don't know why they chose BYDDY, but BYD, Build Your Dreams, increased almost 500%. And you can see that Tesla stock is pretty volatile, which I will be getting into in another slide. So for revenue growth, Tesla, you can see, is actually lower than BYD. But if you look at all the margins, Tesla is actually bigger. That just means that Tesla has better utilization and better control over their operating expenses. The current ratio, just current assets to current liabilities. Tesla has more ability to pay for have current assets down for current liabilities held in comparison to current liabilities. And the debt to equity ratio are pretty low. They have just slightly more debt to equity, which is what the investors would put in. That's the equity. Change in free cash flow, it's negative for Tesla because in 2023, their operating expenses increased a lot, and their operating margin actually decreased from 2022. That is one reason that the free cash flow went down in 2023, which is not good. But return on equity and return on assets, you can see that Tesla actually does a better job than BYD, even though the revenue growth is smaller. So the valuation metrics, Tesla, you can see the P ratio is bigger than BYD. And I remember from another video that S&P 500 P ratio was actually 27. So they're actually both overvalued compared to the market. But you can make that decision by yourself. I'm obviously just comparing those two. So that just means that right now people really believe in Tesla. They really think that this company in the future could be worth a lot more. They believe in Elon Musk, and that's the reason. That's why it's so much higher. And the PB ratio, PS ratio are all bigger than BYD. Tesla does not give out dividends. BYD does, but it's only 0.8%. Enterprise value to EBITDA is also much greater. People really, really believe in the mission of Tesla. And asset turnover is relatively the same. Asset turnover is just net income. It's net income over average total assets. So how much profit you make out of your assets. So my conclusion is that Tesla is overvalued. But going back to risk, Tesla is really, really tied into Elon Musk. Like, the image is Elon Musk is face of Tesla. And it's pretty volatile. In their annual report, they mentioned that their stock is volatile. A lot of news, a lot of changes. One of the risks was their the reliance on Elon Musk. So today the election results came in. It was pretty surprising, and Tesla stock is up 15% today. 15% in one day. It's crazy. It's crazy. 15% in one day. And Elon Musk got a couple more $1 billion. And basically, does the company actually like become 15% like bigger, more profitable? Does it in one day? I don't think so. It's mostly just because of sentiment and confidence in the company, just because Trump won today and everyone thinks that Trump's gonna help out Tesla in his election, gonna make regulations that benefit electric vehicle companies, I guess. But that's a huge jump. And what am I concluding from all this? Basically, it's volatile. However, you have to just be in awe of Tesla. It's just like, it's the future. I don't know how they did it, but whenever you think it's electric vehicle, it's sustainable, it's it just is something that it's the future. It's innovative. There's so much new technology. It's just so cool. But the stock is expensive right now. The company is doing all right. I know I did the 2023 to 2022 comparison, but it's 2024 and I didn't do the quarterly report. But Tesla is doing better in 2024, and even though I said that today, it jumped up 15%. So it is quite expensive right now. And that is my summary. So thank you.